there is something in the air. Did you know that breathing air can kill you? But please don't stop breathing. Not breathing will kill you much faster. I'm talking about air pollution, and the results from these air gradient sensors that were sent to me for free are absolutely breathtaking. AirGradient reached out to me, and when I first looked at their website, I loved it. They sell these open source smart home sensors that are based on ESP32 and come with a bunch of air quality indicators and with native Home Assistant support. They got me especially excited because, as you may know, I am also working on a somewhat similar smart home sensor with power over Ethernet capabilities. And air quality measurement is something very important for these sensors as well. So before I show you the product, let's explore what's trying to murder you through your lungs. Quick disclaimer, I have a master's degree in industrial electronics, not medicine. So take my medical advice with a grain of salt, but not too much salt, that's also bad for you. Particulate matter. These are tiny particles floating in the air. PM 2.5, for example, are particles with a diameter of 2.5 micrometers or less. Compared to these particles, a human hair is absolutely huge. Where do these particles come from? Outdoor sources include vehicle exhaust, tire wear particles, industrial emissions, coal power plants, mining activities, farming, wildfires, volcanoes. Indoor sources might be burning candles, cooking, smoking, laser printers, laser cutters, 3D printers, cleaning, not cleaning, and unfortunately, soldering. Inhaling these particles is dangerous and can cause all kinds of serious long-term health consequences. There is no known completely safe level of PM 2.5. Risk exists even at low concentrations, so the goal is to keep it as low as possible. So how can you reduce your exposure? By avoiding indoor sources, using air purifiers or controlled home ventilation with filters, and wearing masks. 2020 vibes. I don't see anything. Let's continue with carbon dioxide, CO2. CO2 is a gas in our atmosphere and the outside concentration is around 430 parts per million. That's 0.043%. When we breathe, we exhale CO2, and this is why CO2 concentrations in occupied rooms can rise very quickly. When a concentration of CO2 in the air you're breathing becomes too high, your ability to concentrate goes down. It can also cause headache. In order to reduce CO2 in the air, you need to open a window, letting in some of those nasty PM 2.5 particles I talked about before. Or you increase the fresh air rate of your HVAC system. If you think houseplants would reduce CO2 levels for you, I'm sorry to tell you that the impact isn't big enough. You'd basically have to move into a greenhouse. Also keep in mind that most AC systems do not reduce the CO2 concentration since they only recirculate indoor air. Next on the list, volatile organic compounds. There are more than 10,000 of these in the air. Some of them are extremely dangerous, some are harmless. Harmful VOCs include formaldehyde, benzene, and toluene, which can be emitted from building materials, furniture, or household products. Extended exposure to these substances can result in respiratory irritations, allergies, headaches, dizziness, and in extreme cases even cancer. On the other hand, some of these VOCs are harmless and naturally occurring, being emitted by plants, trees, or foods. And while they pose no health concerns, they also contribute to the VOC value that the sensor measures. So is it really useful to measure VOC levels? According to AirGradient, it is. And there are two stories where VOC levels led to improvements for people. Due to environmental concerns, a large office building asked its cleaning company to use less aggressive cleaning chemicals. After a few months, the VOC levels suddenly increased dramatically at the same time when the cleaning company was working. With this information, it turned out that the cleaning company had switched back to more aggressive cleaning chemicals without informing their client. Another example was an art classroom in a school that suddenly showed high VOC levels that stayed elevated for quite some time. After the facility manager went to the classroom and took a closer look, he found an open pot of aggressive paint in a corner, polluting the air and potentially harming the students. So to sum it up, if you have high VOC levels, it might not be harmful, but you might be able to put the value in context with other events to find the source, such as using new paint, buying furniture, etc. Nitrogen oxides. NOx is the sum of nitric oxide and nitrogen dioxide. They are mainly generated by combustion engines, but there are also natural sources. Exposure is associated with cardiovascular diseases, asthma, diabetes, hypertension, stroke, and COPD. NOx also contributes to the formation of smog, acid rain, and ground level ozone. So how can you protect yourself? You could adjust the fresh air rate of the HVAC system depending on the NOx levels to keep it outside. Also, you could schedule your workout sessions when the NOx levels are low. You might even detect that you're causing NOx yourself while cooking or idling the car in your garage. Alright, so now that we know what's killing us, how can we keep track of it? AirGradient offers an indoor monitor and an outdoor monitor. The indoor monitor comes with an LED indicator that makes it very easy to spot the current air quality. It also has a small OLED display that shows you all the measured parameters. The outdoor version doesn't have an indicator or display. Both devices are powered by USB-C and connect to your Wi-Fi to send the measured data to AirGradient's cloud service. You can choose whether you'd like to share your data or not. I've been testing this service for the last few months, and it works reliably with a great user interface to look at the values. The thing is, I really like to keep my data completely private, especially for indoor sensors. So I will be flashing it with ESP Home and keep my data on my own server very soon. If you're wondering why I care about sharing my air quality data, just take a look at this diagram. I'm pretty sure you can clearly see our Greece vacation. Nothing says, rob me now, like a flatlined CO2 value. The perfect time to break into a house. If it wasn't for the alarm system, of course. So don't try to rob me. I don't have much money, but what I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Anyway, enough about my particular skills. How can we measure the air with precision that kills? You can buy both indoor and outdoor monitors assembled or as a kit. I asked for the kit version. I would have disassembled them anyway to find out what they look like inside. If you purchase the kit version, you can save some money and the assembly process isn't hard. It only took me a few minutes. If you opt for the more expensive assembled version, you can use the discount code Playduino in capital letters to save 10% on your order. You're welcome. You can find all this information in the description or in the pinned comment. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe to this channel if you're interested in smart homes. Also, don't forget to ring the bell button. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.